These Germany-USA differences are so weird and random that you probably never noticed them before, but once I point them out to you, you'll never be able to unsee them again. Sorry. Hey everyone, Dana here. I'm an American living in Germany, and here in this video are some of the random differences that I've noticed between the two countries. Hazelnuts. I only learned today, on the day of filming this video, that this is what a hazelnut actually looks like in its shell. To me, that looks like something you would find at the bottom of the ocean or in a sci-fi movie. Until today, I had only seen hazelnuts out of the shell, ready to be eaten. And actually, before moving to Germany, I had rarely ever seen a hazelnut at all. However, here in Germany, they're really common. I see them a lot in chocolates and foods and desserts. Hazelnut in general and the hazelnut chocolate spread is really popular here in Germany. Lots of chocolates have the chocolate hazelnut spread in the middle of them. I have to say I'm not really a fan of it. I would just prefer chocolate spread without the hazelnut in it. And I would say that the US equivalent to this would be the peanut. Lots of chocolates in the US contain peanuts. Peanut butter is way more popular in the US than in Germany. I grew up eating lots of peanuts in general and peanut butter snacks. So as I see it, the peanut is the favorite nut in the US and the hazelnut is the nut of choice in Germany. What do you think? Is there a more popular nut that I'm forgetting in the two countries? Let me know in the comments. And yes, I know that actually peanuts and hazelnuts, both of them aren't actually nuts, right? I think the peanut is a legume and the hazelnut is a fruit, maybe? Books. This here is an American book and this is a German book. Have you ever noticed anything different about American books and German books? It's the spine. The spine of the books are not printed the same. They're printed upside down from each other. And actually, at first, I didn't even notice as a Germany versus USA difference. I just kind of thought that maybe every book publisher does it however they want to, and so it's just different depending on the publisher. Then one day, I was lying on my couch looking at my books when I finally noticed a pattern that American books are like this, and German books are printed on the spine like this. But what about in other countries? In Australia, are they also printed like this? In other places in Europe, are they printed like this? What about in Spain or the UK? Please have a look at your books and let me know if you notice a pattern. Let me know in the comments. Ouch or owa. The English word for getting hurt is ouch or ow for short. And I have learned, I think at least in part from watching the Easy German videos where they write out the sounds that people make as well in English and in German, that the English ouch is often written and said aua in German. So ouch in English versus aua in German. In the US, we also have owie, which I said as a kid, and I can remember my mom or my dad saying it to me as a kid, like, oh, do you have an owie? You know, then it doesn't sound like such a big deal. It's an owie. Oh, also boo-boo. Like, oh, I have a boo-boo. Do you have a boo-boo? Is there a word like that in German? Can you say, ich habe ein boo-boo? Let me know in the comments. Drinking from the bottle. All right, I cannot wait to read in the comments what you think of this one. It might be a little bit controversial. I'm not sure. Okay, what have I noticed? I have noticed that here in Germany, it seems to be a pretty common thing for people to carry around a 1 or 1.5 liter bottle of soda with them during the day and drink from it throughout the day. In the US, yes, sometimes if you're at home and you're feeling too lazy to dirty a glass and nobody's watching you, then you might open up your fridge and quickly take a swig directly from the soda bottle and then put it back. Yes, that definitely happens in the US, but what I'm saying here is that we don't pack the soda bottle into our backpack and bring it around with us and drink from it throughout the day. What I can remember seeing people do in the US is buying a big soda with a cup and a lid at a gas station or from a fast food place and walking around with that, taking that around. And I'm guessing the reason for this is probably because in the US, people like to have their soda with ice in it and as cold as possible, you know? So carrying around a bottle of soda all day would not really work for that because it doesn't stay cold. T-shirt designs. Americans out there watching this, let me know in the comments, how many t-shirts do you have in your closet that you got at some kind of an event? Like a 5K or some kind of a school event, some other kind of run, a marathon, an organized bike ride, some kind of sporting event, a college volleyball tournament, a t-shirt from an event where there's a picture on the front of the t-shirt that's somehow related to the event, and then on the back of the t-shirt there might be a bunch of sponsors' logos, so companies who helped sponsor the event. I know that my dad, for example, hi Dad, he has a bunch of these kinds of t-shirts, and when I lived in the US, I had t-shirts like this too. These event t-shirts are just huge in the US. So many event t-shirts. In Germany, not so much. There's maybe a couple, but these kinds of event t-shirts are just not a thing, a big thing in Germany like they are in the US. In America, we have the saying, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, for a reason. In Germany, this saying, as far as I know, does not exist. Quotation marks. In the last Germany versus USA differences video, we talked about the space/space thing, and this time it's quotation marks. In America, quotation marks look like this. And I have to say, I was shocked, like honestly, legit shocked the first time that I saw an upside down quotation mark in Europe. I was like, how did they get that quotation mark upside down? To this day, I still don't know. I still don't know how to do that on a keyboard. I have a German keyboard. I type on a German keyboard, but there's no key on my keyboard for an upside down quotation mark. Important question. Americans do quotation marks like this. So in Germany, should people be doing quotation marks like this? Guinea pigs and rabbits. In the US, if someone tries something out for the first time, we have a saying for that, an idiom. We can say that they are being a guinea pig. So for example, when I'm planning my videos, sometimes I might tell Stefan what I have noticed or what I'm planning to say. I'll tell him first to see if he thinks it's funny before I sit down here and film the video. So I could say that he is being my guinea pig for that. In German, I learned that there's also a saying for that to do with animals, but it's not guinea pigs, it's rabbits. Kaninchen. But as far as I understand it, you can't just say Kaninchen, but rather Testkaninchen. Test rabbits. So my question for you is, have you noticed these differences as well? And do you write your quotation marks like this or like this? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to make sure that you see all my videos, you don't want to miss any, you can subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell and select all notifications for this channel. You can also follow me over on my other social media, my Twitter and my Instagram. My Instagram stories are usually in German, also usually with little English subtitles. If you would like to support my videos further, you can also share them with your friends and online. Helping to get the word out about my videos is really helpful. Thank you so much for that. And a really, really, really big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so, so, so very much for your support. Thank you. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. These Germany-USA differences are so weird and obscure and random that you probably never noticed them before. But once I point them out to you, you will never be able to unsee them again. Never, never, never. Okay, that was weird. This is what a hazelnut looks like in its shell. Ow, I always hit my hand on the table.